Hello, my wonderful people. We are back here again with another blockbuster concerning 2023 general elections, concerning the world at large, and concerning Nigeria government and all their shenanigans and brouhaha. Concerning the whistleblower who have come out to voice out concerning the former Vice President of Nigeria, Waziri Adamawa. We are here this morning with another different kind of broadcast to let my people know that any eye where they cry can also see. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I am pleading with you, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you join this moving trend because we are moving to the permanent side and we are moving at the right direction. I don't want to take much of our time because time is money. Let us take the headlines, then we come back to take the news as we always do. 2023, Biafran agitators issued strong warning over pools in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Worries as Fayo say Kolawole, many PDP candidates shun Atiku's presidential rally in Ekiti State. More trouble for PDP. I have taken it personally. Keyamo vows to go all out against Atiku over alleged corruption. Port calling kettle black. Lagos vulcanizer sentenced to death for stealing 57,000 naira from nurse. In a country whereby Accountant General of the Federation stole over 109 billion naira till today, he is cooling off in his house, his AC room, without nobody disturbing him or his peace. The same country that somebody stole over 89 trillion naira till today, the corruption is still hanging on the air. Nobody is saying anything about it. That is the same country you sentence a hungry vulcanizer. I am not saying that what he did was right. Let the due process be followed. 57,000 naira from a nurse, does it mean he killed the nurse, or I don't understand? But we will find out exactly what happens. But if you just only the stealing of 57,000 naira and you are sentencing him to death, that judge need to attend a psychiatric lessons, because that is absurd. Obasanjo's EMT head Atiku replies Obi Ezekwesili after she criticized him on Twitter. Mazi Soludo took it down after we paid 1 million naira. Senatorial candidate shares fresh details on Labour Party billboard removal. So, my dear people, we are commencing now. The movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, the one where they call Massob. Please, this broadcast today, let me make it clear this earlier on, it's going to be a combination of English and broken bottle. So anyone you understand, because a lot of people complains about the languages barrier and the rest of them. So I'm going to be breaking it down a little bit for some people to also understand, because if you are educated out there watching my news, some people do not break chalk. It's not that I am criticizing them, but we need to make it to be understandable for every heads out there that cares to listen to this news. According to Samuel Ederson, wey be Massob National Director of Information, the group don continue the champion the actualization of Biafra through the principles of non-violence and international diplomacy in collaboration and brotherhood with other progressive pro-Biafra groups. And the group don make the decision on Tuesday. They talk say their National Executive Council meeting, where they presided their leader by Comrade Uchenna Mmadu, the one where they do in Enugu State yesterday, will be Tuesday. Ederson stated that Massob has realized that Biafrans cannot forcefully impose our desirable interests on the people of Nigeria. This one is what they call divided house. Any house where don't divide itself can never stand. Massob now has rose against Ipob. Nigeria, Igbo, not Nigeria. Igbo kwenu. Igbo kwezono. Igbo enweze. Mbanin. And also having understood the principles of non-violence, Ndi Massob unanimously agreed and resolved that Nigeria state would independently and internally conduct their political exercise, including general elections in Igbo land. Ebe ka ga-ebinye aka ebe sere ndị Massob ebe sere ndị Ipob IPOB Massob chai onye mere anyị ya who do us because no who do us just like the article I was listening to the other day from this my brother Onowu Igbo. Everything Onowu Igbo says there is the simple truth, and that is the way it is. There's no two ways about it. Talking about Massob or Ipob, we support everything. We supported it even right from the onset. But there's an Igbo adage which says that mmadụ ya ebu ụzọ zọta ana before ọzọwaji ya akọ na ya aga zọwaji ebe na-eji ha na ya akọ iji ngwana ka anyị zụtagoro n'onwe anyị ndị Igbo, because division enwe n'etiti anyị erika. I want a lot of divisions. This popular saying Igbo enweze, please, I want us to change this perspective. Well, this title it don't hang on our neck for a very long time, and the earlier we do something about it, the better. If not, we keep on struggling for this Biafra unto God knows when, because we are divided too much. Anyị gbakere agbake ka anyị zagide na nabai ka anyị zagide Igbo, ka onye Igbo pụta okwute na ọwụ onye Igbo, onye Hausa pụta okwute na ọwụ onye Hausa. Na ọ bụ ndị ife a na-azụ ndị na-agba apịa ndị ọzọ na-agba ugene na the same Igbo land abịa nwete divisions. Ịbata n'ịntanetị ị ga-afụcha pro Biafra group, autopilot, manual pilot, the one that is riding a helicopter pilot, and the rest of them all in that same Biafra. And what are they doing with it? Just next window their own people. Ado ndị Igbo ekele m ọnụ. They also also have having understood the principles of non-violence. Okay, Massob have unanimously agreed. Okay, Massob, in the wisdom of internationally recognized freedom of political participation and exercises, declares that this year's general elections in Nigeria state will not be stopped or boycotted in Biafra land, according to Ndi Massob. The people of the southeast region don dey talk they are free to participate. E dey yaram na make una go cast una vote according to the Massob people in the electoral processes of Nigeria, because our political space must be filled. Massob has allowed INEC to conduct elections in Biafra land for our people that still believe in Nigeria state. This is a matter of choice, so you cannot force anybody where to believe or what to accept. Ederson advised the pro Biafra groups planning to boycott the election to stay at home during election days and avoid disrupting the exercise, warning against anarchy and public betrayals, according to Ndi Massob. Are you with me? The meeting further resolved that having also realized the importance of political and economical powers and their usefulness, for the self-determination of Biafra actualization and restoration, Ndi Massob don declare say that Ndi Igbo will massively participate. They are na to vote in the 2023 election. Ya na selection nke na-abịa n'arọ 2023 nke anyị eme n'ọnwa February nke next month by 2050. You get it? So, and according to them, he said Ndi Igbo will massively participate in the election and the legislative elections to elect credible, selfless and progressive persons to represent Southeast political interest. Massob must continue with Biafra projects of actualization irrespective of both internal and external distractions, according to Ederson. Now, we don't carry our kaya, we don't go Obodo Ekiti State. Worries as Fayose, Golowale, and many PDP candidates shunned Atiku's presidential rally in Ekiti State. Waiting be their anger We don't know, but we will soon find out what really happened. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, ya onye ndu onye isi nke na-akwado maka election nke eji ime n'ụbọchị February, Atiku Waziri Abubakar, on Tuesday, he don't take his campaign rally come enter Ekiti State. However, all may not be well in the Ekiti State chapter of the party, as many prominent PDP chieftains shunned the rally and were absent without giving any reasons. It was also observed that supporters who wanted to get to the campaign ground had a hard time doing so, as many commercial vehicles and motorcycles were usually off the roads. Waiting can be the problem, we don't know, but we will find out. Commenting on the case of the transporters, some PDP members alleged that the transporters did not work in a bid to frustrate those who might want to attend the rally. But the commercial transporters differed, saying they were off the roads due to statewide prayers observed by their associates. Apart from the challenges of the transportation, Nigeria News will gather that the former governor of a state, which is Ayodele Fayose, former governorship candidate wey be Bisi Kolowole, acting PDP state chairman wey be Lanre Omolase, and 7 of the 9 PDP National Assembly candidates of the 2026 House of Assembly candidates were absent at the presidential rally held by Atiku Abubakar of PDP. Their absence may not be unconnected to the area protests that many Social Democratic Party SDP members have been included in the Ekiti State Presidential Campaign Council of the PDP, and an appeal for the solution to be reviewed, but which didn't get the attention of Atiku and his team. However, Atiku was silent about the absence of the PDP stalwarts during the campaign, as he promised the people of the state and his supporters at the venue that he would bring development to their state if they vote for him in the February 2023 elections. According to him, he can't blame the transporters of All Progressive Congress APC in the state, saying they created artificial scarcity. According to you, if you are good, nobody will create artificial scarcity. The PDP presidential candidate can't talk to say, I'm highly impressed with the huge crowd we are seeing here today, despite antics of the APC government to cripple and sabotage the rally with artificial fuel scarcity and stoppage of drivers from Ekiti roads. Let me assure you that we will make you happy for making us happy today. Are you sure? What happened to your generator business? Waziri Adamawa? I'm just commenting, I'm just passing. I don't want to cause any commotion. Ekiti is a state of intellectual prowess, and we will tap into this in our government to develop and transform the nation, according to them. Some of the PDP stalwarts at the rally include the party's vice presidential candidate and Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, as well as the PDP National Chairman, Senator Iyorchia Ayu, who handed over party flags to the Ekiti South Senatorial candidate Biodun Olumoji and House of Representatives candidate for Ekiti South 1, Heinrich Akomo Lafe. I have taken it personally, according to Facebook Kayamo. He don't vow say he don't come all out to he want take Atiku out. Abi I want take all this, say he want dey serious with this Atiku case over the corruption allegation against the PDP presidential candidate by a whistleblower. So this whistleblower rested since after the 2019 election. Where we say Atiku they be the talk say Atiku na win that election. Where come make the boo the sitting president no go agree give am the mandate. So why you no come that time come blow this whistle? I been now well I don't see say the APC again have nothing to offer, and they come see say Atiku Abubakar now one of their distractions for this coming election, because Atiku And the PDP don't take APC to court already to disqualify their candidate of what did they call him? Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The spokesperson of the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council, whether they call Festus Keyamo, he don't declare that he's ready to pursue the alleged corruption case against former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to a logical conclusion. When you are throwing anyone that is living in a glass house, so no throw stone, because it will boomerang. Be rest assured that this thing you are pursuing, it will have a kind of what will I call it? It will boomerang, because kettle can never come out now and begin to call a pot black. They are all the same. PDAPC and the APDP. When they check any now, waiting the difference there, no difference. Speaking on Tuesday, during an interview with the Channel Television, Keyamo said he doesn't mind if the case costs him his job as the spokesperson of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. I beg you, no be your principal send you. He added that the Atiku campaign camp made all the noise when the APC candidate Bola Tinubu was accused of drug dealing and other financial misappropriation in the United States. So they should be ready to be paid in their own coin. Okay, now payback time be this, abi. No wahala na make una dey kill yourselves so that Labour Party go to take all the glory. As simple as that. At allow them more holding things. What holding things now? So APC adehuma, PDP adehuma. It is to the advantage of P2B of Labour Party. According to Festus Keyamo, he has taken the matter personally and there's no going back. According says by him. He said, in the case when they challenged my principal, when they brought up dated documents from the US, remember I said they should come out with their full chest, go to court. Up to today, they run away. If you sue them to court, they will sue you to court again. I say, as simple as that. I'm going to court. And so, if they wish this way, it will not go away. I am doing this under three capacities. First of all, I am a member of the inner bar who has sworn to defend and uphold our laws. Secondly, I am an ordinary concerned Nigerian who has the right to bring perpetrators of crime to book. And you are there. The Akata General is still cleaning off his home. He didn't voice out because it was under APC. It was under the nose of President Muhammadu Buhari. Yeah, concerned Nigeria. Igwe, I salute you. Continue. Thirdly, before I was appointed minister, I was an active prosecutor for the EFCC for more than 15 good years, according to Festus. So I have the duty to help them to follow up on whistleblowers. They have been blowing whistles since, so I never see you talk anything. If I say this on a judgment, they go on one side because it happens to be an opposition. If they blow whistle now against an APC member, will you come out and challenge that person? Just like that Kata General, he's an APC member. Just like MFLA, he's an APC member. Have you ever said anything? You have not commented, even have not even voiced out anything concerning all these matters. We are watching. I am proceeding to court. If Aswaju says I'm diverting from his campaign, don't campaign for me again. I will say, please take your campaign because this is a national interest. I have taken it personally. Nigeria News recalls a former aide to Atiku, Michael Achimugu, who released a series of audio recordings in which he claimed the former vice president during his term in office has set up some funny organizations to divert public funds. Keyamo, who has already petitioned the nation's anti-graft agency, vowed to pursue the matter and drag Atiku to court to face prosecutions for alleged money laundering and other crimes, according to Festus Keyamo. This one, now the matter we are still settling since so around my area. Court where they inside Lagos, I be inside Obodo Lagos. You don't go sentence one for organizer. All these people where they do tires for road. To date, for stealing 57,000 naira from a nurse. Let us see how the thing happened and what warrants such sentence. An Ikeja Special Offense Court has sentenced a 32-year-old for organizer, Chidozie Oyenchizi, to death for stealing 57,000 naira from a nurse in Lagos State. The court, which was presided by Justice Mojisola Dada, stated that the prosecution had proven beyond any doubt the charges of conspiracy, armed robbery, and membership of an unlawful society against Onyinchis. The judge explained that the convict's attempt to wriggle out of the charges was futile. According to Dada, the convict had earlier confirmed his actions to the police at Igando, Lagos, but later tried to change the storyline. The sentencing read, the defendant has stated that the complainant pointed at him as one of the boys armed with a pair of scissors and forcibly snatched her bag containing 57,000 naira at a Kesan bus stop. Only Nigeria. The complainant has stated that neither the defendant nor his accomplice, Edri Endurance, still at large, were masked, which made it possible for her to easily recognize Oyinchis few hours after the robbery. The first statement of the defendant, which he made at Igando police station, confirmed that he and Edri went to Akesan bus stop on that day of robbery. Oyinchis admitted to belonging to an unlawful society, as he stated that this is my first time of coming to Akesan to stay. I was initiated into a year confraternity in 2009, but I have not killed before. The same information of him being a vulcanizer was also contained in the statement he made at the Gando police station and one he made at the Special Anti-Robbery Squad office at Ikeja. In his confessional statement, Oyinchis stated that he met Edri Endurance in a public bus and Endurance took him to his father's house after the bus developed fault. He also stated that they ended up sleeping in an uncompleted building because Endurance's father did not open the door for them to spend the night in the house. The statement corroborated the submission of the victim that she was accosted at about 4:30 a.m. by two boys holding an iron rod and a pair of scissors on the day of the incident. She said the two boys were the ones who robbed her. The totality of the evidence before the court is compelling and I found the defendant guilty of the charges preferred against him. He is hereby sentenced to death by hanging, and may God have mercy on his soul. Nigeria. So there's no any right again for whatsoever in Nigeria that somebody stole 57,000 naira, no killing, no gun, nothing. The person was sentenced to death by hanging in Nigeria. In Nigeria, that the criminals are the one that is ruling the country. In Nigeria, that the criminals are the one who is running the affairs of this nation. In Nigeria, that even in that same state, the person, the godfather of that state is a launderer and also a criminal. Nobody has sentenced them to death but for what they are doing, for putting Nigeria into total mess. It's a poor boy who stole 57,000 naira was sentenced to death by hanging. I greet you. This judge, it seems like this is your first assignment. Here, Nigeria. Obasanjo's EMT head, Atiku replies Obi Ezekwesili after she criticized him on Twitter. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar don slam Nigeria former Minister of Education wey im name be Obi Ezekwesili for criticizing his claims earlier about being the head of economic management team during Olusegun Obasanjo's administration. Nigeria News don come report say the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party, which is a PDP, had earlier boasted about playing a major role in designing a private sector revival strategy and opening the economy for private sector investment in several sectors, according to Waziri Adamawa. Atiku don make dis claim while they address some stakeholders at the event that is organized by Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, held in Lagos State. They will be on Monday. As of the head of the management team, while I was the vice president, I was instrumental in the designing of a private sector revival strategy and advocated for the opening of the economy for private sector investment in several sectors, and we made a tremendous progress, Atiku noted via his verified Twitter page. Reacting, however, the 2023 PDP presidential candidate's claim Echoke was a minister during the administration called on Atiku to stop his social media handlers from misleading the public. The former minister described Atiku's claim as a lie. But in a swift reaction, Atiku, through his spokesperson Paul Ibe, accused the former minister of resorting to jaded aproko pettiness. Ibe asked Echoke to explain what Atiku's position was then, if it wasn't what he claimed in his initial post. Ibe tweeted, "Dear Atobi Essex, I know it is political season and people resort to all sorts of antics in support of their preferred candidates, but some things should be considered too low. I am trying and failing to weaken his standing in public. Let us not resort to this sort of jaded aproko pettiness." If Atiku wasn't head of the economic management team as vice president, so who was? You. Who was? You, according to the post. The last but not the least, more trouble for Soludo as he don't go take down, Abi don't go bring down the billboard that contains the Labour Party presidential campaign, presidential candidate, the senatorial candidate of the Labour Party from Anambra State senatorial zone, Victor Ume, has spoken on the removal of his campaign board by the Anambra State government. Ume, while speaking to journalists on Tuesday in Awka, revealed that the state governor, Chukwuma Mbafu Soludo, gave the order for the removal of the campaign board. According to the Labour chieftain, the governor gave the directive during a meeting with some members of his party at the governor's lodge. The former senator disclosed that the party said a sum of 1 million naira for the billboard space. Party paid for the billboard space. He claimed that after it was removed, another party's billboard went up in that same space. He said he ordered them to remove it, but someone told him that I duly paid for the billboard to stand at Unizik Temporal Junction. But he replied that they should refund my money to me, that space was too strategic for any other political party to display their billboards. They removed it on Saturday morning, and on Saturday evening they replaced it with Apoga billboard. I made inquiries before I accept to pay for the billboard. That space was previously occupied by Interfact Brewery, makers of Hero Beer, and when their contract there expired, an advertising company which is duly registered, which works with us, told us the space was vacant. We paid 1 million naira for our billboards to be hosted on that space, and the billboards had my face and that of Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi. The advertising company also paid the Anambra State Signage and Advertising Agency for the billboard. That billboard has been there since December, and the contract was to expire after the election, but he ordered that it be removed. He did it in bad faith, and I heard that he had asked me to go to court if I liked, that if I do, the matter will remain there until after the election. Speaking further, we may claim that on the day the order for the billboard removal was issued, about 5 people in the meeting called him to inform him of the development. He lamented that Soludo has been intolerant of the other political parties campaigning in Anambra except APGA and PDP. So, my dear people, this is where we are coming to the end of this broadcast. If you have not subscribed to this channel, just go and hit that subscription button right as I'm talking to you this moment. Make sure you turn on the discussion button so that you go get notification each time we post something new or we go live on this channel or any other channel. I want to use this opportunity to call on the meaningful Nigerians who have not soiled their hands in blood and who can be able to defend and stand for the poor masses who have been dead on daily basis. This issue of a boy that stole what do they call him? 57,000 naira that have been sentenced to death by hanging by one customary court, whatever court they call it in Lagos State. This issue need to be addressed. People should do what to intervene on this boy's case before it is too late. I don't support what he did, but what he did attract jail sentence, not sentencing to death by hanging. I am just airing my own view. I never see where it is being written in Nigerian constitution or state constitution that whoever that stole money, 57,000 naira, should be sentenced to death. I never see that, not now and not ever, because if that is in our constitution, that means a lot of people would have lost their lives till death. We are going to start from the politicians who keep on stealing public funds. When they are being indicted, the matter will be in court. You keep on adjourning it until that person even leave this earth. So well-meaning Nigerians to please intervene on that very young man's matter before it gets out of hand. So my good people, ndị nkem fụrụ n'anya, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, my Nigerian people, my Biafran people, and also my Muslim and Christian brothers, I greet you all, and I say, may the Almighty God in heaven, Echoke Abiyama, bless us all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, that whatever you lay your hand to do this day, it shall be prosperous, and no any evil shall befall you and your families. That is my prayer for all my fans on daily basis. I am signing out. Bye for now. Ke Mesiano.